It has recently been announced that Microsoft are going to be releasing Windows 11 at some point towards the end of this year. It's been rumoured about October time, and by then you should be able to buy either a laptop or PC with it pre-installed. You might be able to buy the software individually, and by 2022 next year, Windows 10 users should be able to upgrade to the new Windows 11 system. However, the basic requirements are causing some confusion on whether it will install on their computer or not. One of the main ones that's come to light is a thing called TPM, or Trusted Platform Module. In a nutshell, it's a dedicated microcontroller designed to secure hardware through integrated cryptographic keys. Now, we could do a whole sort of section just explaining what TPM can and can't do. However, this is just what you need to get Windows 11 to run, and this by far has caused the most confusion. What you see here is two examples of a TPM chip. Essentially, you buy one that matches your motherboard. In my case, it'll be MSI, so you can see here there's two MSI examples, and these plug into a port on your motherboard. And this is just a quick example where the TPM port is on your motherboard. It's normally located at the bottom near your USB or front panel headers. However, it's all completely irrelevant for the case of Windows 11. What you see here is a list of compatible processors for Windows 11. If you're looking to run Windows 11 and looking to upgrade any of your components, this is a good starting point. What's important to note is it won't take anything below an 8th generation Intel or a 2nd generation Ryzen. So any processor sort of older than say 5 years is not going to work with Windows 11. And why this makes TPM kind of pointless is because most of these processors actually have it built in. It simply needs to be enabled in the BIOS. I'm going to run through it quickly now how I set it up on my own system. Now, it's important to note that these steps are exclusive to my motherboard, which is an AMD platform X470 Gaming Plus motherboard. I'd recommend you at least Google or check the manual on your own equipment before going on, but this should just give you a rough idea. When you go into my BIOS, I have to hit F7 to go into advanced mode, which brings this menu up here, and as you can see, settings is highlighted, and from the settings section you can see there's security highlighted. This is basically the next step you have to go to. This should take you to this menu. Then all you need to click now is Trusted Computing, and that should take you to the last stage, at least on this make and model anyway. This takes you to the last section of this. As you can see, there's AMD FTPM switch. You simply enable that, in this case security device support enable, and it automatically flags up the AMD CPU FTPM. The F means firmware, and the TPM module is built into the processor itself. All you do then is save the BIOS, normally hit F10, say yes at the prompt, the system will reboot, and then TPM will be enabled. If you've been running the Windows Health Checker to see if you can run Windows 11, it should now pass the TPM part of the section. Unless you're running Intel, it's called PTT, which is Platform Trust Technology. It's the same thing, they just called it something else. So if you're an Intel user, search for something that says PTT. Now, after your computer is rebooted, if you want the chance to dive into Windows 11 before most other people, you can do that. Simply Google the Windows Microsoft inside the program and sign up for it on this website here. If you go through the website at your leisure, you'll be able to read the ins and outs. It's essentially a way of alpha and beta testing the software before it's released to the masses. Once you've signed up, simply go to your control panel, Windows 10, and go for Windows Update. At the bottom you'll see Windows inside the program, which I've highlighted here. Click that and it will ask for you to link an account, which will be the account you just created on the website. Unless you already have a Microsoft account, then just link them together. And then you'll have an option for 3 different stages of testing. The one you're looking for is what they call the dev channel. If you click the dev channel, your computer will ask to reboot. Do that, reboot the computer, and then when you've rebooted, it will start downloading the current build of Windows 11, and when you're ready, it can then start installing, and it takes about half an hour. It was actually quite quick considering, and then you will be on Windows 11. Once installed, you'll get something that looks like this. This is my actual desktop currently running the current build of Windows 11. I just thought I'd give you a quick show around. This is the new start menu. not entirely sure I prefer this version. I hope they re-add the pins from Windows 10 where we can sort of pin them here, and hopefully either stretch this or have more panels, because I'm not overly fussed with the new start menu at the moment. Bear in mind this is an early build. We now have widgets. I haven't actually properly played with this yet, but as you can see, it's sort of like a news feed thing. I'm sure I could probably get the weather, that sort of thing on this. The notification panel now looks like this. Calendar, they'll appear at the top here as you get notifications and emails come in. As you can see at the bottom here, this is far more central than what it used to be, and the start menu's moved, as this has actually been mentioned a few times when they announced it, that the start button was moving. You can no longer move the bar around, which I have seen on the dev channel. People are requesting that we can sort of get that back. You can't see it, but I am running a second monitor. Although I can extend this sort of grey black box across the second monitor, you don't actually get any of the shortcuts or the time or any of this. For example, it's just literally the rectangle itself. So that's kind of pointless at the moment. Again, still early days. Trying to think of, you can't get the task manager up by right clicking down here anymore. You have to get it from here. There it is there, should you want it. This is all as it was from Windows 10. Obviously you can control delete as normal. A bit of a redesign on this. If you say right click something, rather than cut copy paste, it's up here instead now. Like you cut copy paste rename, it all sits across the top. So if I was to find like there you go, the current grid we're working on, there you go, you see those are those, that's your rename bin, you cut, your copy, etc. all sits up there now. But yeah, this is it. As I say, it's early days. I'm not running the standard sort of Windows 11 picture, which is, there you go, I'll put on the standard, which is one of these. It's this one here actually. In your own time. There we go. That's the picture everybody's seeing. But personally, I'd rather have the night sky. So I'm going to put that back. As you can see, this all looks roughly the same as it was. Just check for this while we're here. This is the same. As I say, most of it seems to be a bit visual at the moment. Apparently down the line we're going to see Android apps. We're going to be able to run native from inside Windows. There's going to be a lot of store integration. Apparently the store's going to have a massive overhaul, but at the moment it's a lot like how it was on Windows 10. So we shall wait and see. So far everything I've done works fine. Productivity works fine. I'm making the video you're watching or just watched has all been made on this. I'll try to throw a few games at it. They all run fine. At the moment, performance wise, is no real difference at the moment. They are apparently tweaking stuff under the hood, so for your gamers out there, apparently it's going to run a lot better. There's going to be more integrated Xbox support, if I understand it correctly, and there's going to be Linux terminals appearing for those who want to work inside of a Linux terminal. So it's a case of watch this space, see what happens. It's a bit weird getting used to the new layout. I might have to have a play with this widget thing, see what I can actually do with it. And yeah, wait and see. Well, anyway, thank you for watching, and catch you all soon. Goodbye.